Hey guys, I'm gonna make these taco cups and I thought I'd take you along just because I've never seen anyone on YouTube make these before. And my family loves them. I didn't realize until while I was getting all this stuff out, it's been at least 4 years since I've made these things because we kind of got into doing street tacos with like shredded pork or beef. If you've been following my channel, you know I've got this taco meat from the freezer that needs to be used up, and that is perfect for these cups. There's only 3 of us in the family, so I'm only doing 6. I think this will be exactly the amount of meat I'll need to do that. And I have these little mini tortillas. If all you have on hand are the big ones, just cut off the rounded edges so you end up with a giant square of stacked tortillas, and then cut those in half each way so you end up with 4 sections, if you follow me there. And what I'm going to do is layer these in here, one tortilla on the bottom, put some filling, then another tortilla and some more filling, and then they bake for only like 15 minutes. I've already got the sides left over from a few nights ago when we did fajitas. So I've got rice with cilantro, I've got corn, I've got black beans, I've got this jar of salsa. If you watched a prior inventory video, that sucker expired like last week, but it had never been opened. And, you know, the lid popped, like as in the seal was good when I opened it. So doing so good. I'm using it up here, right? And then this is the last of a bag of cheddar. I still have one left that I bought a few days ago. I think this little bit in this bowl will probably be enough. And then I bought this sour cream last week, but if I don't get it used up, it's going to go bad too. So I'm happy to be using all of this stuff. And here we go. Oh, I think I forgot to tell you. These things expired in early November, but I keep all of my bread products in the refrigerator because we live in South Florida. And if you don't, things get moldy in 3 days. But these things are perfectly fresh. I'm telling you, they're even soft. They're not the least little bit dried out. There's not a speck of mold. Give them the smell test. They smell good. So I know these are good to go, but all the more reason to use them up. So I'm lining these taco cups. See if I can do this without poking these tortillas with my fingernail. Monday, been at work all day, so I'm happy to have a quick to put together meal. Like all the sides are made and everything. Gosh, isn't that such a relief? That's a joy of having leftovers, otherwise known as meal prepping. Just saying. All right, so a little filling now. Instead of putting this in a bowl, I thought I'd just sprinkle it out of the bag since it's tiny bags. About a tablespoon of filling, or I should say meat. Of course, you can do this with any kind of meat. And it doesn't even have to be Mexican flavored, right? You could do this Italian flavored with marinara and ground beef. You could do this like a comfort food. I bet you could even put ham and cheese in these things. There's an idea. Okay, so a little bit of salsa in each cup. I'd say that's probably a teaspoon. About a teaspoon of cheese. I should have looked at the clock, but I'll look at it now. How long have I been blabbing? 5 minutes. I talk too much. Okay, so then another tortilla goes on top. You could do just one tortilla, but I want to use these up, and the recipe calls for 2, so I'm doing 2. I always like to have one of my favorite YouTubers shows on when they're doing a cooking video while I'm cooking. Do any of you guys do that too? Keeps me company. Got Frugal Fit Mom on right now from 2 years ago. Large family dinners on a budget. Oops, I forgot the salsa. I need to quit talking, right? She's one of my very favorite channels. Mindy Mom, Pursuit of Simplicity, and I've got several other new favorites that I've just recently found, but those are definitely my top 3 favorite right now, both because of their content and their personalities. Okay, so salsa all around. I think I'll do a little sour cream on this layer. Oh, boy, that came off the spoon nicely. Sometimes you have to fight it, right? Okay. We're just trying to get dinner done in a hurry. Not because I'm in a hurry, I'm just kind of having fun here with myself to see how fast I can get this into the oven from start to finish. Taco meat gone. I've got to see if I can smash this thing in there a little better. He's looking a little like he's trying to fall out. Maybe these are looking like little flowers. So cute. I don't think I've ever tried this with the little round ones. I've always had big ones in the years past when I've done this and had to cut those up like the recipe calls for. All right. Yeah, those are kind of cute. All right. So I'm using a pastry brush, and this is just vegetable oil, which I know is not good for you, but I don't like olive oil kind of on its own. You know what I mean? So we rarely use vegetable oil. I think we'll survive one night of it. And I try to get the oil around the edges of both layers, which I've learned from experience. That kind of helps them crisp up. You definitely want them crisp. That's the fun part of these. And I know it's maybe a little more work than if you just put all the toppings out and the tortillas and said, go at it, fam. But this just feels kind of extra special for not that much extra work, you know? So once in a while, you got to spoil them. I'd say I put about 2 tablespoons of oil in here, and I've used probably close to 1.5. All right, I think those are all sufficiently oily. All right, so that's it. They're going in the oven, and people can always add more cheese on top, more sauce. I'm going to cut up some of this leftover cilantro. So they're going in a 400-degree oven for about 15 minutes. 12 minutes, 30 seconds. Add 3 minutes onto that for pulling stuff out of the refrigerator. 15-minute prep time. Okay, so I never opened the other package of cheddar cheese, so we still have one of those left. And I am down to 1/4 of a jar of this picante sauce. I'm going to chop up a little bit of this cilantro, and I am going to unload the dishwasher. The taco cups need to cook another 10.5 minutes, and I can get the dishwasher unloaded in that time. It just Okay, guys, so here are the finished taco cups. The YA walked out here and said, "Oh my gosh, those look so good." All right, here's my plate. It's cilantro lime rice, some Cuban black beans, frozen corn. And aren't those pretty? So fun. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Take care.